Alright, here's my buddy Rob on his Harley, so I'm going to do up a little image of him really quick here. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to resize this down to 72 dpi, and the only reason I'm doing that is just so that it runs a little bit faster for this tutorial. Alright, now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a defog, filter render, or filter sharpen unsharp mask in 2060. Just like that. You can see just a little before and after. Perfect. And you know what? Now I'm going to brighten this up, and how I'm going to brighten this up is I'm going to duplicate the layer, and I'm going to change the blend mode to screen. Just like that. And now I'm going to use my eraser tool, and I'm just going to bring back some of the outer edges here. So I'm just going to darken this down a bit. Just like that. I'm just going to leave a little bit of a glow on him, just a bit, and I'll drop this down to about perfect. So as you can see here, when I toggle off, just a little bit of painting there. Perfect. And I'm going to flatten my image. There we go. Now, one thing I'm going to want to do here is I'm going to do a different crop here, and I'm going to crop this right now. I'm just going to, I want to bring him, get rid of some of this negative space here. I'm going to bring him over and place him in the bottom left hand side. So I'm just going to go to edit copy, file new. I'm just going to hit OK and edit paste. Perfect, just like that. And I'm just going to get rid of this old one here. There we go. Now I'm going to use my clone stamp, and I'm going to clone out this little white rock here, just like that. Now, one thing I can do is he's got some orange in his jacket here, and I've got this nice background. It's sort of some of the depth in it is out of focus and some isn't, but I'm going to actually try to see if I can match these leaves, these green yellow leaves, to a little bit of his orange in here, and you know, see if I can kind of make it almost look like a fall theme to it, or just actually just manipulate the colors a bit. Now, there's several ways I can do this. I could, you know, I can use my paintbrush and go in to color him, you know, and isolate him and stuff like that. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try this technique with the hue saturation. So I'm going to go to Image, Adjustments, and Hue Saturation. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select red. Doesn't matter which color I take right now, but I'm just going to select the reds. And see how it automatically chose this color picker here? I'm just going to click on this green. Now I know there's not a lot of green in him or on the road, but it's mostly in here. So I'm just going to click anywhere on here. Now see these sliders here? See how this these sliders moved? It's showing me in that area that I just picked, it's showing me the range of colors. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these sliders here and I'm just going to pull them together. Just like that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the hue up to its max. And the only reason I'm doing this is just to show me the areas that are affected. I'm not actually going to change them. As you can see, some of this went blue. So I'm actually going to increase the saturation just a little bit. Perfect. Now I'm going to check the plus color picker here, the add to sample, and now I'm just going to actually click over here. See, now what that's doing is I'm actually adding to that color range selection. Now as you can see here, I did pick some of his see, now I'm starting to get some of his jacket and hat and stuff like that. So now I'm just going to take the minus color picker and I'm just going to go back over. Good, just like that. Now, see how it's all blue? Now I can use my hue saturation sliders to manipulate just that area. Pretty cool. So now, let's see if I can get a nice color of an orange or something that I want. See if yeah, there we are. Matching it up with his. Perfect. There. And I'm going to hit OK. See before and after? How's that? That's kind of nice. Now I'm going to use my burn tool, and I'm going to go in the highlight mode. And I'm just going to go just around the edges here, just like that. That's a little too much, I think. Let me just go to nice. There we are. Perfect. Now what I did is I actually took an image of the Harley Davidson logo on his motorcycle, a sticker he had on there. So I'm actually going to take that and I'm going to drop that in here just to add a little bit of more personalization to his image. So I have it on its own layer. So I'm just going to, with the move tool, click on it and hold, and I'm going to use and just drag it onto my image here. Now it's kind of big at the moment, so I'm just going to go to image and or edit, and I'm going to go to free transform, or I can just press Control T. There we go. And holding the shift key down, I can just resize that. Perfect. Let's just drop it right there. And let's put a drop shadow on it. So to bring up the drop shadow properties, I'm just going to double click the negative space here on the layer to bring up my layer styles. Let's move this out of the way, and we'll just click on drop shadow, and I can increase that. Let's just go just like that. Perfect. Now I'm going to flatten that. Now let's just add a pinstripe and a black matte on it. I'm just going to see if I can increase. I'm just going to increase the saturation on this just a bit more, just to give it a little more oomph. Alright, so I'm just going to choose, and I'm going to create that. So the pinstripe I'm going to put, so I set my orange as the background, and now I'm just going to go to image canvas size, and let's go 0.05 for both, just like that. And let's go black now. Same thing, image canvas size, and let's just go 2 and 2. Perfect. Just like that. Then I'd, yeah. How's that? Not too bad. Good. Thanks.